Ladies and gentlemen, I am the one and only DJ Storms. Welcome back to the channel here on YouTube.com. It is Thursday, April 23rd, 2020. We got a week left of April. Again, probably the fastest April that I can remember in my life. It just seems as though it's become the same day over and over again. I feel like I've been saying it every single video, but I greatly appreciate you guys tuning back into the channel. Welcome back to another Dark Side of the Ring review. This week they had Dino Bravo, his career and his life after his wrestling career. Finally sunny out. It's finally sunny out. Finally got some good weather here in Jersey. Although you guys are seeing this on Thursday, I actually recorded this yesterday on Wednesday. I'm not sure how it's going to be tomorrow, but for now it's sunny. For now we got some decent weather, which I'm happy about. I'm hoping that we actually continue to get this decent weather. I hope we actually get some warmer weather, as it is going to be May in a week. Just 3 more weeks left of my college semester, and then I'll finally be free until I have to go take a summer course at the end of June. You know, the work just never ends for me. That's what happens when I you want to go into the business world. But regardless of that, this is Dark Side of the Ring review, the Assassination of Dino Bravo. And before we get into the festivities here on Dark Side of the Ring review, I do want to let you guys in on a few things, if you aren't already familiar. Follow me on Twitter at HistoryMakerDJS. Follow me on Instagram and Periscope at the DJ Storms. All links are in the description, as well as add me on Facebook. That link is in the description as well. For emails, collaborations, business inquiries, send it to me, StormsTakeOver@gmail.com, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Of course, like the official DJ Storms business page on Facebook. Link is also in the description, and then I'll send you an invite to join the official DJ Storms Posse group on Facebook. I want to thank you guys so much for helping out the brand. The brand has actually been on fire ever since the start of this pandemic. Trust me, I know that this pandemic has done a lot more bad than it's done good. All these major companies are shutting down, non-essential businesses, people are getting laid off left and right. Depression has started to set in for a couple of people. Trust me, I understand that, and if you're going through that, my thoughts and prayers are with you. It's been a rather stressful time. There's no source of income for a couple of people. They're having trouble paying their bills and supporting their families. And if you are one of those people, my thoughts and prayers go out to you. I hope things do get better. But if there's one positive for me that has come out of this pandemic, it has been that the brand has been on fire. Over 100 views, some videos 200 views with 20 plus likes. Some of them have 30 likes. The Quarantine with Thunder series has been doing great. I'm happy that you guys have been showing some support on that as well. Episode 4 link is in the description, as well as the link to the Lightning Flash update last week, which I ranted on the releases, and I ranted on Seth Rollins' comments on the releases. So that link's in the description, as well as episode 4 for Quarantine with Thunder. Apparently Thunder needed to shave. If you want to figure out where he needed to shave, just click the link in the description. Here's what I want you guys to do. Let's continue to keep the hot streak going. Hit the thumbs up if you haven't already done so. Let's try and get this video to 25 thumbs up. Dark Side of the Ring review has actually been doing great. The first one was still the best. The Chris Benoit one was still the best. But the past ones have been doing great as well. Brawl for All did about 147 views. Jimmy Snuka did about 131 views. You guys have been boosting up the views. You've been boosting up the time duration. You've been boosting up the minutes watched. So it's definitely it's going to help if you hit that thumbs up. That way, I'll get recommended more. That way, when you search me up, those videos will come up first. When you search up Dark Side of the Ring. Of course, hit the thumbs up and comment down below what are your thoughts on the entire scenario surrounding Dino Bravo. And of course, hit the subscribe button. I am a greedy son of a bitch. You guys already know that. I know the progression is slow, but I'm greedy. I'm greedy. I want to get to 2K. We're on the road to 2K. We've been on the road to 2K for a while now. I think it's about time that we get to 2K. And of course, hit the notifications bell with a huge coup de grace. That way you will know whenever I pop up on YouTube. Because, of course, whenever I pop up on YouTube, Come on, it's the best time to be on YouTube. Now, I'm not just the best YouTuber in the wrestling community. I'm the best YouTuber on this planet. Just had to slide that in. I know I do these out of character, but I just need to slide that in there. Let me just take a sip of my water, and then we'll get right into the review. Dark Side of the Ring. The Assassination of Dino Bravo. The entire scenario surrounding Dino Bravo was a rather strange one. And I have heard of Dino Bravo. My dad has told me about Dino Bravo. I actually watched a few of Dino Bravo's matches in the past. And he told me the gist of the story, but I wasn't too familiar of the details. I wasn't too familiar with all the specific details surrounding the murder that took place on May 10th, 1993. So Dino was an Italian-Canadian professional wrestler in international wrestling, and he was wildly talented. They had a lot of people. The promoters from international wrestling. They had Tony Mule. They had Gino Brito. They had the Mountie, Jacques Rougeau, which was actually very nice. They had Dino's daughter Claudia. They had his wife Diane, and I can't imagine what they were going through reliving this. The police in Canada actually refused to be interviewed for this documentary. Rick Martel actually refused to be interviewed as well. So he was an Italian-Canadian professional wrestler, and he was wildly popular. They had a lot of great talent in that promotion, and it wanted to compete with the WWE. He wanted to compete with the WWE, but they did not have the star power to match what the WWE had. So in a sense, it was kind of WCW before WCW actually came along. And it just goes to show you that you're not going to compete with the WWE, no matter who you are. You don't put yourself in a position to compete with a global phenomenon like WWE unless you know you have the following, and you know you have the money, and you have the people backstage to work with that are going to help you. But if you go up against a company like WWF at the time, you're not going to win. You're not going to win. And that was his first mistake right there. But he ended up signing with the WWE, and this once beloved character that he had was turned into an anti-American bleach blonde villain. And he was actually a very good heel. I'm not even gonna lie to you, especially with Jimmy Hart. He was actually a very good heel. He knew how to draw. He knew how to draw legitimate heel heat and make people hate him. However, it really came down to his booking, and that has really been surfaced. The concept of booking, making or breaking a superstar, has really surfaced in the modern era, because everyone nowadays across social media, everyone is talking about the booking of certain superstars. We were talking about a lot of people were talking about the booking of Austin Theory, Angel Garza, and Andrade on Monday, and how they were pretty much, I don't want to say buried, but they were pretty much buried at the hands of Drew McIntyre, and how they booked Drew McIntyre to completely delegitimize those three individuals. It's always come down to the booking, and Dino Bravo back then, yeah, he was a great heel, but he was constantly booked to lose and lose and lose and lose to these mainstream individuals. Sometimes, and part of it I would say is his fault, because they did mention that he still thought he was at his peak, but he was in his late 30s, early 40s, and his career was pretty much coming to an end. His 22-year career was over, and he did not re-sign in 1992. He didn't have many places to go. He didn't have much options to do. And then he turned towards the life of organized crime. And he joined the mafia. And one of the crime reporters, they had a couple of crime reporters talking about the corruption in the Canadian government and the history of mafia in Canada. And I didn't actually know that Dino was actually related to a mafia family. He had connections towards a mafia family. And trust me, I understand if you want to provide the best life for yourself and you want to provide the best life for your family. Trust me, I know that there's not many options like professional wrestling that's going to provide you as much money as professional wrestling other than organized crime. Trust me, I have no problem with wanting to support your family and wanting to provide the best life for yourself and your family, but if you're going to put yourself in that scenario, it's a 99% chance that you're pretty much setting yourself up for disaster. Organized crime, it's no joke. It's a recipe for disaster. And the results showed. So he got into organized crime. And we didn't know what was going on. We didn't know the people that he had connections with. We didn't know the specifics of who he was dealing with. And then that one night when Claudia was taken to ballet, and he called up a few people. He called Jacques Rougeau, and he said, "Come see me as soon as you can." And then when Jacques Rougeau, he was going to see him, found out in the newspaper that he got 7 bullets through his head, 4 in his body. I couldn't imagine going that way. It's a little tough to talk about. It's a little tough to talk about. Regardless of whether you knew the person or not, it's definitely hard to talk about a person getting shot 4 times in the head, or 7 times in the head and 4 times in his body. It is definitely a weird scenario that took place, and no one really knows the full details until we started to find out. We started to find out these details of how a couple of mafia dealers around the area of Dino Bravo that he was living in, they were killed in their homes. So the police did some more investigation, and they found $50,000 and contraband cigarettes. And of course, smoking was the coolest thing ever back in the day. Everyone wanted to smoke, but no one wanted to pay. So you join the mafia business, and you're dealing with contraband cigarettes, and there you go. You pay half price for them. When it comes to the money, I would have to say the money definitely went to Dino Bravo's head. He thought that he could work in the mafia business, and it didn't really work out because he constantly wanted more and more and more and more money. So he made a deal with a cocaine dealer. And we had them planning on making a deal in a warehouse. Police caught on to him. The police caught on to him, and Dino Bravo pretty much cost one of the natives, the Indians, who were pretty popular in the mafia business back then, cost the native that he was dealing with, cost him almost $400,000. And one of the crime reporters said that, yeah, that's enough to be killed. That's enough to be killed. And based off of everything, it must have been a friend. It must have been someone that he knew of. It must have been someone that he did the deal for. It must have been a gang or a couple of people that Dino was familiar with, considering that he pretty much was sitting in his chair with his feet up, just watching a hockey game, and it seems as though it's like he wasn't even surprised that they showed up. It's almost like Dino Bravo picked the time. It's almost like he told these people when his wife and his daughter was going to be out, and said that's when you can come and do your business. It's almost like he just left it open for him. It's almost like he pretty much had no choice. He pretty much, we don't even know if this was probably organized by Dino himself, and he was pretty much giving up his life. We didn't know that the Mafia gang was going to come after his family if Dino didn't pay the price himself. It's a scary, 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 scary scenario. It's a scary, scary, scary scenario, and all I can say is the main lesson learned here is, I know you wanna provide the best life for your family, but don't get into organized crime. Don't get into the mafia, because if you're gonna get in, if you fuck with the mafia, you're ultimately one fuck up and you're done. One fuck up and you're done. But ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up this edition of Dark Side of the Ring review. I would like to thank each and every single one of you who tuned into this video. As I've stated before, all the usual. I got the links in the description, all of them that you're looking for. Thank you guys so much for showing me support. Thank you guys so much for showing the brand support. We're going to see if we can continue growing. We're going to continue expanding on all platforms, social media that I got: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and of course Periscope. Periscope, I know, I've been inactive. I've been very inactive. Me and Thunder are going to try and get some stuff up on Periscope. I just got to finish my college semester. That should be over by May 15th, if I'm not mistaken. But thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Like, comment, subscribe, as always. On Saturday, I got the Lightning Flash update. That is going up on Saturday. I got a couple of news regarding the plans of a few superstars. I got some news on possibly some early predictions for SummerSlam. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research on that, but I'll let you guys know. Also, if you guys have not checked it out yet, Blue Riot Podcast, that's right. Me and the Blue Riot, shout out to him if you want to go follow the Blue Riot on Twitter. Go follow him on Twitter at Blue Riot with 2 T's. Go follow the podcast on Twitter at Blue Riot with 2 T's pod. He and I, we did episode 3 of the Blue Riot Storms review for AEW Darkmite. We reviewed Being the Elite episode 200. We reviewed AEW Dark this week and AEW Dynamite for this week. That went up at 12 p.m. Eastern Time today. It is on all platforms where you get your podcasts: Spotify, iTunes, Anchor, everywhere. The link to the iTunes podcast is in the description, so go and check that out. Go follow him on social media. Go follow me on social media. Subscribe to the podcast wherever you find your podcasts, and keep on listening. Keep on sharing it out. We're going to try and expand the podcast. He's got a Patreon page as well, so you can find out more information from him on his Patreon page. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm DJ Storms. This has been Dark Side of the Ring review, the assassination for Dino Bravo. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys on Saturday for the LFU.